everybody, it's Doug Bailey. Another plasma-rich day. We got some great things to help you feel better today. You know how when you were younger, you were into maybe an athlete and into some sports like football, or maybe you were a skier or a tennis player, or maybe even a water skier. Cutting across the wake, wiping out at 40 miles an hour, feels like it wouldn't hurt you, but it's like concrete. And sometimes that can do some damage to the body. So as we get older, we start to notice things in our body. We start to notice that our neck hurts, our back hurts, our legs hurt. Lots of things start to bother us. And one of the things that I've learned is that the back is some of the biggest problems we find. I got many family members and friends that are dealing with back problems. Some that are doing pain meds every day. Some that have had surgery. I'm going to talk about today to see if we can get you past this, to see if we can do some things even immediately to help your back problems. Now, I'm going to give you three things to start with. The first thing is I want you to notice something here. Notice my neck is kind of leaning over, my head's kind of leaning over a little bit. I want you to try this. Put your shoulders back, push them back, put your head, tilt your head back a little bit more. Get that whole head straight over the body like this. What that does is it helps the neck. When the head's leaning down, what's happening is it's pulling on the tendons and all the muscles, and it's making it ache. I know it's a little bit challenging to try to do that and keep it that way, but if you can try it, experiment with it, do it for some time, eventually they'll get stronger. You'll be able to help you quite a bit. The other thing I wanted to tell you is if you notice that you wake up in the morning and you've got migraines or headaches or your neck hurts, think about this for just a second. If you're sleeping and you've got your neck leaning up like that, sometimes we wake up and go, what's that all about, right? Well, that's because your neck is in this position all night long. What you got to do is make sure you got a good pillow. What you also got to do is make sure it's aligned so that the pillow is holding your head up in a way that keeps it aligned with the body. So try that. See if you got to notice certain things. You got to notice when the headaches come on. When the back's starting to bother you. So those are just two things. The next thing I want to talk to you about. If you're not a fortunate person like my family gets to enjoy me giving them regular massages. I mean, like everybody in the family gets to enjoy regular massages from me. And what I do is I work on the spinal cord, try to work out some, get the blood going to the spinal cord, get the knots out of the body. And when I do that, everybody feels a little bit better. If you don't have that, first of all, I feel sorry for you, but let me just say that if you tried it, let's see if we can get you to, treat yourself. Go get a massage once a month, just once a month. Try it out, and sometimes it can be somewhat expensive. Here's my suggestion: go to Groupon. $25 to $35 will buy you an hour and a half, something like that. So that's what you can do to get started. Also, be forewarned that what probably will happen if you haven't had a massage in a while. It'll pull out some of the toxins and might feel bad the next day. Well, just drink a lot of water and you'll be fine. The next thing I want to tell you here, what you can do is, this is what I got. I'm not going to turn it on for you, but this is a Homedics. I got it, I think, you can get them online, but I think I got this one at Costco. And this is Homedics. When you turn it on, what it does is the rollers turn and it can rub your neck, you can get your upper back, you can get your lower back. So this is really nice. I also had one that I busted recently that has two little nodules on it that vibrate, and when you put it on your body, you can work out a lot of knots. So let's talk about how we can get you even stronger than that in the back, because see what happens is it's the core. It's this area in here you want to strengthen to help especially your lower back. But let me tell you what's likely happening in a lot of cases. It's the bulging disc, and what's going on in the herniated disc is, imagine for a second you've got cartilage, okay? And in between the cartilage is this is what this balloon that's kind of shrunk on me is all about. There is a disc, and it's a soft, gel type disc. And when it pushes down, it's perfect because the spinal cord goes up and down all day long. It has compression and it has decompression all day long as we move around. But when we push really hard on it, maybe it's because we're a little bit, you know, you got a little extra weight on you or something like that. What happens is it pushes down, and see how it pushes out right there? Well, if that happens, it's pinching against a nerve. So when you're pinching against a nerve, those nerve endings start to you feel the pain, and it's unbearable. It's absolutely unbearable. So how do you get that to, how do you overcome that? Well, I'm going to recommend something that I do pretty regularly as well, and that is I have a chiropractor. As a matter of fact, I have 2 chiropractors. Now, I know that I can't tell you that this is something you should do or have to do or anything like that, because you've probably heard some horror stories, but I'm telling you, if you get somebody that has experience and has been doing it for a while, they'll be able to take care of your body and align your body in a way that makes it feel better. And I personally, I love it when they come and they crack my neck and they crack my back and they adjust me, you know, get the body so it's even like that. If they do that, you're going to probably feel a little better. I found 2, if you go to YouTube, you can probably find some things that will help you see exactly what they're going to do. I found 2 guys, one Dr. Cipriano, it's like Ciprano out of Greenville, South Carolina. You got to watch some of his YouTubes. That'll give you a sense on what kind of adjustments are being made. Just grab any one of them. And another one is Chiropractic Relief is the name of the Dorada Houston. So those 2, you can watch those videos and you'll get a real good sense. I really believe that if you try that, or at least give it a chance, and you get somebody, you trust somebody, you'll have some great results. All right, so the thing that I want to try to avoid is having you doing any kind of pain medication or any kind of surgery. If you can avoid that, that's the best thing. And I know that you're probably thinking, hey, Doug, you have no idea how bad my back is. Maybe so, maybe that's the case. But I'm going to show you something right now that's maybe going to make the biggest difference, and I'm going to show you that, and hopefully this will be something that you'll really enjoy and be able to do. It's something you got to do daily, but let's try it. All right, stay with me. Come on along with me is what I mean to say, and let's take a look at what I'm going to show you here. So we're here. I'm going to show you something that a friend of mine showed me 5 years ago, and I've been doing this every day. I'm going to give you a little piece of this full routine that I do on a regular basis. All right, so here's what you do. I'm going to go sideways on this. Bend your knees a little bit. Make sure the knees are not past the toes. Probably shouldn't be doing it in the jeans, but get something loose. You go next to the lake like we are here. We're next to a little lake over here in a beautiful area. Get some place where you can just feel good. The air is good. Get yourself just kneeling down a little bit. Get that back straight as you can. Put your arms out like that, okay? Keep the knees back a little bit. Bring those hands forward like this. Come up as high as you can. Stretch them out as far as you can. Feel that back having that strength. What you want to do, remember I mentioned to you strengthening the core? That's part of what you're doing there. Then you bring your hands down to your chest, and then you do about 15 of these. You do that nice and slow, and you're keeping that back straight, and you're coming up and down. I'm just going to do a couple of them to give you an idea. So that's just one of the many techniques that you're going to use to strengthen the back. And what it is yoga and Pilates in one. And I'm going to send you to a video. Okay, so the video, and I'm going to give credit to this guy. His name's Eric Goodman. You go to 12-minute foundation training. Just go to YouTube and search 12-minute foundation training. If you get Eric Goodman, you've got the right guy. And he doesn't know me, I don't know him, but I've been doing his video for a long time. I love it. It's made a big difference. And at the end of the video, what he says is, if you do this every day for the rest of your life, you'll never have a back problem again. But I'm going to warn you about something. The warning is that it's 12 minutes long. The first time you do it, you're going to say to yourself, well, this isn't so hard. And I want you to be careful, because if you haven't done any of these things in the past, on the stretching and the core exercises, man, you'll feel it. So there's 3 parts to this. There's a part where he has you starting out, stretching out, bending your knees, and then standing up about 3 or 4 minutes later. I just want you to do the first 3 or 4 minutes. That's all I want you to do. Do that for 3 or 4 days. See how it makes you feel. Then go to the second part, which is another 3 or 4 minutes, and then add that on over the next, say, 2 weeks. Add on the entire routine.
But if you start out slow, you won't hurt yourself, and you'll also get your body starting to acclimate to that situation. So there's my best advice for you. That seems to work for me. Let's get that back stronger again. Have a plasma-rich day. And remember, if you like this video, like it or share it or subscribe. All right, thanks so much for joining us.